What is galactosemia? Galactosemia is an autosomal recessive disorder that affects the body's ability to break down galactose. Galactose is a sugar found in milk and other dairy products, and it's one of the two sugars that makes up lactose. Lactose is made up of two sugars, galactose and glucose. And the thing that causes galactosemia is a deficiency in GALT, which is an enzyme that's responsible for processing galactose. And what happens is when the body takes in lactose and it processes lactose, when the body tries to process galactose, the absence of the enzyme GALT makes the body unable to process galactose, which leads to a buildup of galactose in the body that leads to health issues for the person. Galactosemia affects newborns, and if it's left untreated, it can be fatal, with galactosemia being fatal in 75% of infants. The way galactosemia is transmitted is through hereditary, which means it's passed down to the offspring from the parents. For an offspring to inherit galactosemia, at least both parents need to be carriers of the gene for galactosemia. In this example here, we have two parents that are carriers of the gene, which means they don't have galactosemia, but they carry the gene that has it. So when these two parents cross, they have a 1 in 4 or 25% chance that their offspring will have galactosemia. Another way is if one parent is a carrier and the other parent has the disorder. So when they cross, 2 out of 4 or 50% chance that their offspring will inherit galactosemia. And a third way is if both parents have galactosemia, which means when they cross, they have a 100% chance of their offspring inheriting galactosemia from them. But galactosemia is a rare hereditary disease, and people with galactosemia can still live normal lives. As of now, there aren't really any treatments for galactosemia, and the only treatment for galactosemia is to avoid foods that contain galactose or lactose, like milk and other dairy products. And basically, to summarize, galactosemia is a rare hereditary disease that affects your ability to process galactose. And the only way of preventing it from being fatal is to avoid eating foods that contain lactose or galactose. And it's also important to get an early diagnosis of galactosemia, because if it's not treated early, it will be fatal for newborns. And that's basically it.